girl Deja, and I'm back with another video. As you guys read by the title, today gonna be a little bit interesting. We're gonna talk about my birth. We're gonna talk about how I found out, how my mom found out, about my little birth situation, just a little bit of everything. But we don't get too deep in it, but we gonna get there. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Matter of fact, go ahead and turn on your post notifications on so you don't miss out on any new videos. Also, don't forget to follow me on the gram at Lynn.Deja, LYN.DEJA. Also follow me on TikTok at Lynn.Deja, LYN.DEJA. So let's go ahead and get straight into this video. I found out I was pregnant around May of 2020. But I got pregnant in April, but I didn't find out until May. One day I was just sitting in the bed and my back was hurting really bad. And I was like, oh my God. But you know, every girl, you know, woman, if you're female, a little girl, if you know Mother Nature, if you know about Mother Nature, you know, us females go through a period, a cycle, whatever you want to call it, one time a month. And so y'all, like every girl got an app on their phone, you know, when their period comes. So my said it's supposed to come tomorrow. So at this time, I'm like, okay, well, that's why my back is hurting, because usually when my cycle was about to start, my back or my stomach start hurting. So in this case, my back was hurting, but it was hurting a little bit too bad to where I was like, nah, that's not right. I was home alone. My boyfriend was at work at the time. So, you know, I was like, oh my God, like, I'm bored at this point. I was like, you know what? I got a pregnancy test in the restroom. Just one though. I'm gonna take it. I know I ain't pregnant, but we just gonna take it and see anyway. I went up in there. I got a little cup. I urinated in the cup. I put the little pregnancy test in the cup. And before I even took it out, it came back positive. Boom, them little double lines showed up. I was like, oh no ma'am, no ma'am, this not right. Nope. So I threw it away. But before I threw it away, I called my best friend. We both like, nah, this not, I know this not right. I said, I know. So at this time, y'all, it's about like 10, almost 11 o'clock. Walgreens closed, Walmart closed, CVS closed, Dollar Store closed. Everything closed because of the pandemic. So I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? Like, now I'm nervous. Like, so I look on my phone to the closest Walgreens or whatever Walgreens stayed open to 12 in the morning. So I found one. It was a little far, but I don't care, y'all. I went there. So when I went there, I spent about $60 in Walgreens on pregnancy tests. I bought about 5 of them. So when I got home, y'all, I got a cup. I urinated again. I took them pregnancy tests all up in that cup. They all came back positive. So I'm like, oh my God, like what is life right now? Like my period was supposed to start tomorrow, so why it's not, you know, why say I'm pregnant today? If it's supposed to start tomorrow, why say I'm pregnant right now? So I was just a little confused. Like, I'm like, nope, this not right. So me and my best friend, we in shock. We both in shock. We trying to figure out how I'm going to tell my mama, how I'm going to tell my boyfriend, y'all. And at the time, I was 21 years old. You know, I was not living with my mom. I was living with my boyfriend at the time. So I ended up getting like a little box, like a little envelope box thing that you mail off or whatever. And I took the pregnancy test in there. I gave it to my boyfriend, y'all. He was like, we was both looking at each other, like he was looking at me, I was looking at him, we were looking at each other. But we was happy though. Like we was shocked, but we was happy, if that makes sense. Like we was like, okay, we finna have a baby. Like I'm like, okay, we just, you know, we gonna keep the baby because you know we together at the end of the day. Like we boyfriend and girlfriend, why not? Like, and I was like, dang, like how do I tell my mom now? Like y'all, I swear I was not gonna tell her until like I was a month or 2. But in my last video, as I mentioned, I cannot hold water in for nothing. I have to tell her because it was bugging me, because I still couldn't believe I was pregnant. So I ain't taking no pregnancy test to her. I just showed her on my phone. I said, I got something to tell you. She said, you must be pregnant. I said, She was like, you lying. I said, no, I'm not, for real, y'all. She stand believe me, but y'all, she started calling my auntie. She started calling everybody, telling my business. I'm like, oh Lord, here she go. Y'all know when mamas like to tell y'all business, they start calling everybody. So that's what she was doing. So, you know, as time go by, I go to the doctor, and the doctor confirmed that I was pregnant. When I went, I was 1 month exactly. I had made a month to that day that I went to the doctor. So for my first month of my 9 months, you know, I had my baby shower, I had my gender reveal. Y'all wanted the girl, I'm not gonna lie, I wanted the girl, but I ended up having a beautiful baby boy instead. You know, everything was cool, so we're gonna fast forward until birth. So it was one Saturday, and now mind you, I was due January 23rd. I had my baby on January the 11th. I wanted my baby out so bad because he was just hurting me, so I started taking castor oil, y'all. I started exercising. Well, not really exercising, but I started walking. I started walking up and down the stairs. I started bouncing on the exercise ball. I did whatever it took for me to do to have my baby. And y'all, he did not want to come out. He just stayed there until it was his time. Like, I could not rush him out because he just didn't want to come out. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. One day I had went to my best friend mom's prayer breakfast. Now she have a prayer breakfast every month, and I was going there because I was always feeling depressed and I needed God. Like, I really did, y'all, because I was just not feeling good. I was always crying. You know, when you're pregnant, you're so emotional. That was just me, my whole pregnancy. So I was going to her prayer breakfast, and one day me and my boyfriend went. Usually he don't go with me, but he ended up coming with me to this one. So when he came with me, she prayed over me, she prayed over him, she prayed over my stomach. Right after she got done, y'all, I started having contractions.
I can't really be peace for everybody around me if I know that things I'm going through. You know what I mean? And I'm going through myself. But God's going to give you He's going to celebrate your...
I'm in pain. Everybody, mind just a lot of people at the prayer breakfast, so everybody like, oh my gosh, she finna have her baby right here. So we rush to the hospital. I go in there, I go to triage. That's where you get checked and everything to see if you're gonna go to labor and delivery, see if they're gonna keep you. I go in there, and baby, she checked me. I was 2 centimeters, and she was like, well, yeah, you're contracting, but they're not close enough. So I'm looking at her like, are you serious right now? I said, so please don't tell me you're finna send me home, because I'm in pain. Y'all, she sent me home. So when she sent me home, I was like, oh my God, I was so mad that this was a Saturday. Sunday came, I was in bed in pain. My boyfriend was at work. I was just in so much pain. I just laid there all day, barely ate anything. He came home from work about 2, 3 in the morning. He went to sleep. I was already asleep when he got there. So, you know, when he got there, I started having contractions really, really bad. So I didn't wake him up because he had just got off work. But I went to the restroom. This started like at 3 in the morning. I went to the restroom. I was like, I have to poop really bad. And let me tell y'all, when you're pregnant, when them contractions hit, it feel like you have to poop. But sometimes you don't have to poop. That's just the baby coming down. But in this case, I had to poop. But I didn't poop. Instead, I started vomiting everywhere in the restroom. My doctor didn't open till 8 o'clock. I didn't have her personal number. So I was like, oh my God, please don't tell me I have to wait till 8 o'clock. I'm not going back to this hospital because all they're going to do is send me home. And if they send me home this time, I'm going to spaz out. So I just sat there in the restroom, crying, vomiting, trying to poop. Nothing happened. So I remember she was like, if you're, you know, feeling bad or having pain, just go take a hot bath. So I'm like, okay. I ran a hot bath. Y'all, I just threw up in a hot bath. I didn't do nothing but throw up. So I waited in the tub until 8 o'clock came. And I called my doctor and told her everything I was feeling. And she was like, go to the hospital. So I wake my boyfriend up. He came in there and helped me out the tub, you know, and he started picking my throw up. Now, I was really getting mad at the time because I'm contracting really bad and you want to clean up right now? No. We need to go to the hospital before I had this baby in this house. So, yeah, I didn't even tell him that. I just let him. I was just screaming, like, in pain. On our way to the hospital, I was screaming in the car in pain. I was holding on to everything I can because y'all swear I feel like I was going to have my baby. We got to the hospital, and because of COVID, you know, they want to do the COVID temperature and all of that. I ain't had time for none of this. So I told the security, look here, I'm finna have this baby right now, so please, I ain't got time for this. You can take my temperature later. Just take me up to, you know, triage so I can get checked. So he called the people. They bring me up to triage. So when they brought me up, they want to ask me my name. I'm like, I can't even tell y'all nothing. Just look at my ID. Like, I cannot tell y'all nothing right now because I cannot talk. I'm in so much pain. So my boyfriend has started answering for me, but that was like he couldn't answer for me. I had to do it myself, y'all. So it took me a long time to tell them my name, my age, my birthday, everything, because I could not talk because my contractions was hitting back to back. So when I went to triage and she checked me, at this time I was 4 centimeters. Remember I told y'all Saturday I was only 2. So as soon as I got in there, I said, ma'am, can I please have epidural? I don't care what you gotta do to give me, just please give me. She was like, well, I have to do your IV before I give you epidural. I'm like, well, can you do it? I mean, what are you waiting on, ma'am? Do it right now. So as they confirmed they were going to keep me in the hospital, the lady came in there to do my IV. Y'all, why this lady could not find my vein? She was like, I can't find your vein in your arm. I'm like, excuse me, ma'am, have you drinking water? I said, no, I've been throwing up all morning. I have not drunk nothing. If you can give me some water right now, I can drink some water right now so you can find my vein and stick the IV in me so I can get epidural. I was so irritated. Why she never came back up in there? So 45 minutes later, they moved me into labor and delivery. So I'm steady hollering, screaming. Mind you, they want you to have your mask on the whole time. I could not breathe. I'm steady hollering, screaming, I need epidural. Where's epidural? My doctor finally walked up and I'm cussing her out because I'm like, man, you should have been here and I need epidural. They come again to stick an IV in me. Y'all, I had band-aids all over me because they could not find the vein. So they had to call in a specialist, and they finally found the vein and put the IV in me. By this time, I'm like, I have to poop really, really bad. I'm telling my doctor, I have to poop like bad. Can you please like send me to the restroom? The restroom is right here. I can just get up and walk real fast to the restroom. She was like, no, you don't have to use the restroom. No, you don't. And I'm not going to send you because I'm scared. So you don't have to use the restroom. I'm looking at her like, yes, I really do. I have to poop. I know what it feels like when I have to poop. She said, no. I'm like, okay. I said, don't worry about it. I just tell her, don't worry about it. So, y'all, I proceeded to push. I was in the hospital bed. I started pushing. Poop just came out everywhere in the hospital bed. And I was not shamed or embarrassed because I told the lady I had to poop. I know what it feels like. So, I was like, ma'am, I think I just pooped to myself. And she was like, huh? I said, I think I just pooped to myself. I told you I had to poop. And she was like, okay, let me check. Y'all, she checked, baby. She almost passed out because, baby, it was a lot. So she put a bowl under me. She was like, just let me know when you're doing. I said, okay. I proceeded to poop. When I got done, I said, I feel something finna come out my vagina. It really hurts. It hurts bad. She said, okay. But mind you, my water was not broke. I had a bulging water bag, which means it was finna pop, but it did not pop. So my doctor was like, okay, well, we're finna check you again, see how many centimeters you dilated. Mind you, I have not got epidural yet. I'm still screaming epidural, epidural. I have not got it yet. So she stuck her fingers, you know, in me and was like, oh, you're 10 centimeters. We're finna start pushing. I said, oh, no, ma'am. I closed my legs. And I was like, I'm not pushing without any type of medication. It's not happening. She said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop your water and we're going to start pushing. I said, no ma'am, can I please just have something? So I couldn't get epidural at the time because I was already 10 centimeters. So instead they gave me a shot. It was still in my back, but it was like by my butt. And the shot had immediately, within seconds, numbed me from like my waist down. I could not feel nothing. Matter of fact, my stomach down, I couldn't feel nothing. So she popped my water. After she popped my water, I started pushing. So I started pushing. I pushed 3 times, y'all, and he was out. And I was just like, I wasn't crying. I was just so relieved. I didn't want to hold him. I was like, no, I cannot do it. Like, I was just in so much pain. I was so numb, though. Like, I was so happy he was out of me. But I'm just like, I would never do this again. My baby came out. He was so adorable. He was 5 pounds and 15 ounces, so he was gonna be 6 pounds, and he was about, I think he was only 18 inches long, and he's still short until this day. He's only like 25 inches long now. I was so scared to hold him. I was so nervous because, like I said, it was my first time being a mom, and my boyfriend was there every step of the way to, you know, the day we found out I was pregnant to the day I gave birth. He never switched up on me, boo. So, like, I was just so blessed for that. I had my mom on my side. You know, it was just so amazing. It was I had a rough pregnancy, but the outcome was amazing. And it was so fun being a boy mom. My baby is such a spoiled and a crybaby, but he's my baby. So, y'all, that's it with this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my labor and delivery video or story time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos. Comment down below other type of videos you guys like to see me do next.